Yo, hey there, horror fiends. Alright, so right now I'm not really going to so much review a movie, but I am going to share my thoughts on a movie I grew up with, so it has complete nostalgia factor attached to it. It's a movie that's not really well liked, from what I gather on message boards and IMDb and all that bullshit. But this guy here fucking loves it. It's not a favorite of mine, by no means, but it's a fun one. And the movie I am referring to is part of a franchise. It was made in the late 80s, and it is, boom, Poltergeist 3. Toss this one aside, and this is the original cover here. Yeah, so this movie is literally like a fucking, you're watching a dream or a nightmare come to life. Not because it's so scary, it's not. It's just really cool and fun. Pretty much Heather O'Rourke's character, Carol Ann, now lives with her aunt, or her uncle, and I think step-aunt and step-cousin. Uncle's played by Tom Skerritt. The aunt is played by the awesome Nancy Allen. And the cousin is played by Laura Flynn Boyle. And anyhow, she lives in this high-rise building in the middle of the city. I don't know if it's New York or Chicago. I get them mixed up. But it's, somewhere like that. It's a high-rise building that was actually developed and designed by her uncle, who's played by Tom Skerritt. And it's got mirrors fucking everywhere. Everywhere in this place. And that's how this is one of the motives of how things start occurring. Reverend Kane is after her still, and he uses the mirrors as his way from the portal from his world or his dimension into our dimension. That's the only way I know how to explain it. And that's pretty much the plot, But that's also one of the downfalls of this movie, is because a lot of it makes no sense. It's pretty much some really cool supernatural, special effects, heavy set pieces strung together on a piece of thread, and they just kind of go verbatim one after the other. They don't make sense. It doesn't really it raises more questions than it does answers. And you know what, though? I'm fine with that. I'm completely cool with that. But that's how this film is designed. So if you don't mind the whole nightmare logic thing in your horror films, then you might enjoy this. I sure as hell did as a kid, and I still do. It's pretty cool also. There's a lot of cool set pieces in this film, There's this one where Tangina, the famous Zelda Rubinstein from the previous Poltergeist films, she puts her hand up to the mirror, and she pretty much falls back as a corpse, and she's completely dead now. And Laura Flynn Boyle begins tearing out of her fucking body, like she was trapped. Her body was trapped inside Tangina. And I always loved that special effect. It was so badass. You got other scenes where they are trying to look for Carol Ann, and she's in the parking garage trying to run for dear life. And Laura Flynn Boyle and her boyfriend find Carol Ann, and what seems to be just a little puddle of water she falls into, and it becomes like a hole in the ground with water and people trying to grab her. And, of course, Laura Flynn Boyle and her boyfriend go over there to try to help Carol Ann out and gets pulled in. But what was cool also about that is that in the beginning of the movie, when Laura Flynn Boyle's putting makeup on and looking in her little compact mirror, her father, Tom Skerritt's character, says, something about narcissists, how he always looked at his reflection so much that he ended up drowning in a pond. Well, that's almost, in my opinion, I could be way off, but in my opinion, that was kind of like foreshadowing, because she did fall into a fucking, pond of some, a body of water and sucked into it. And they go on to another dimension for the time being until she rips herself out of, Tangina's body. But anyway, no, this film's got so much cool shit in it. You have another scene where in the, also, wait, the characters in this film, when they're in front of a mirror, they might be doing one thing, and the mirror is completely doing something else. So it's a really cool effect how they did that. And there's this one cool scene between Laura Flynn Boyle and her boyfriend. They're making out, and he just starts ripping the skin off her cheek, and leaves it hanging, dangling there in the mirror reflection, and they walk off into, the light or whatever. And again, this movie is just, it makes no sense in a lot of ways. And again, that's one of its downfalls, but I think it makes up for all the cool set pieces in it. You know, this was a special effects film. And, you know, I enjoy those from the late 80s. They don't make them like this anymore at all. And personally, I think I enjoyed this one better than Part 2. Now, Part 2 also was pretty fucking scary as a kid when I saw it. It still had some moments in it which is scary, like the tequila worm bit, all that stuff. But this one is real fun. So, Part 1, the original is my favorite, but this is a close second. And unfortunately, it's the last film Heather O'Rourke appeared in as Carol Ann. She did die, I believe, during the production of it, and they even had to find another actress to fill in her spot, but they would shoot her from the back, so you couldn't see the face, and no, it was not, you know, Heather O'Rourke. In this film, in the franchise itself, as some people do know, it's plagued by what they think is the Poltergeist curse. How it began, I'm not too sure, but I know it has a lot to do with the fact that they used real human bones and they were desecrated, you know, for Part 2. And I heard that a lot of that has something to do with it, which, you know, it could be all hogwash or it couldn't be. But I know there are stars from the original films who are deathly afraid to even step back into the roles, and they also don't want to even talk about it. So it's all interesting when you think about it. If you don't know anything about that case, look it up. It's pretty badass. Anyway, but back to Poltergeist 3. Yeah, man, it's just completely a fun movie, you know? If you like your surrealism, if you like your nightmare logic, and, you know, also they throw in the teen subplot in this film, which that was lacking in the first two, because by the late 80s, everything was about teens, or had teens in them. So, of course, they throw in the little subplot about that, and I think it works. It was a fun flick. And there's only one thing that I want to gripe about, and I never wish for children to die or get even or to get hurt in a horror film. But there's this one character, and I believe it's Laura Flynn Boyle's boyfriend's little sister, or one of her guy friend's little sister. But they all carpooled to school together, and this little girl is so mean to Carol Ann, but she's fucking annoying. Like, you just want to be like, shut up, bitch. But she's a little know-it-all snooty bitch, and I wish something could have happened to her. But you know, I live with the fact that nothing happened to her. But she was seriously annoying. Anyhow, but that's my rant about Poltergeist 3. It's got so many cool little things going on in this film, you know, and some of the special effects is pretty badass. I won't lie though, the Reverend Kane in this film is no Julian Beck from the Part 2. Because that dude was creepy in that one. This one, he kind of resembles the tall man to me from Phantasm. And speaking of Phantasm, like I said, this movie's surrealistic, has a lot of crazy shit going on, has a lot of cool set pieces involving the supernatural. So, if you ever get around to seeing it on Netflix streaming or something, check it out, you know? Just, you know, put your brain to the side for a little bit and suspend all disbelief, and you'll have a good time with this film, I kid you not. Because a lot of it doesn't make sense. But again, that's part of its charm. I know I say that a lot, but it's true. So anyway, with further ado, check out Poltergeist 3 sometime. You may enjoy it. Alright, peace.